Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids and backpack Sith Lords across our beloved empire to yet another historic free-to-play moment on the greatest free-to-play account to ever exist in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, where the free-to-play has gotten its second Galactic Legend this year for F-R-E-E free, that being Sith Eternal Emperor, aka the Gucci Man, where pain is temporary, but Gucci is forever. I know you guys love this free-to-play series. Honestly, let me just put this out there. As someone who spent thousands of dollars on this game, the best experience to have in Galaxy Heroes is playing for free, living your own journey, and hitting major milestones like this. What we're gonna do today is relive the magic, show you how to get through tiers 1, 2, and 3 without dropping any tickets, and I'm beginning to question what's next for the greatest free-to-play account of all time. Well, let's get on in there and get this party started. All right, so let's answer the first question before we get into the tiers 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and share some of the fun unlocking Sith Eternal Emperor. I've been getting questions with this free-to-play account that we started in 2021. And as you guys know, we already unlocked SLKR, Supreme Leader Kylo, in March. And since March, we were heading for Sith Eternal. The question is, what's next? Of course, we're going to get the ultimate ability on Sith Eternal, but here's what I have planned out for the next few months. So since the free-to-play account update that we had in terms of the farming guidance, a couple changes made because we saw how good Starkiller was. And he's going to be double dropped soon in the next couple days here for the Starkiller requirements. And furthermore, we know how the Executor is going to be farmable, especially the Razor Crest. So expect in 2023, goodness, that's just around the corner, we're going to see some slight updates to the greatest free-to-play guide of all time here. But the next major thing that I'm striving for on this account is something I'm really looking forward to. You probably already saw my bookmarks. That is going to be Starkiller. Starkiller is absolutely fantastic. After a couple months of testing, we know he's great. And the great thing is he fits perfectly in a Supreme Leader Kylo and Emperor Palpatine type of farming guide, because he's going to plug perfectly in Emperor Palpatine Mara J, and he's going to plug in perfectly in 3v3, for example, with Kylo Ren Unmasked, as well as Sith Trooper. And the great thing is, in this November here, we're going to start seeing the requirements for Starkiller become double drop farmable. So that's going to make things even faster. So expect that to be kind of added earlier on in the 2023 free-to-play update. Luckily, Starkiller is not all that difficult to acquire. 4 characters, Relic 5, pretty much all great characters across the board. We're going to be shooting for in 2023, and we already made some good progress because of the Sith Eternal farm. We're going to be striving for the Executor, and especially because of the fact I almost have a 7-star Razor Crest, and that's why I've been telling people since the Razor Crest became farmable, I don't care what you're doing, what you're chasing after, everyone should be farming this ship because it takes quite a few months. We're almost at 7 stars on this ship here. So in 2023, and hopefully before, in the first few months, we're going to be able to get Executor in the arsenal, and that's going to be a huge thing. And we made a great stride and progress towards that because we have Admiral Piet already at a decent relic level. Ignore the mods. We've been moving mods around for all the Eternal event stuff here. So we're going to try to implement some smaller, exciting farms as well in between. That's going to kind of be low-hanging fruit legendaries, as well as supplementing teams that I absolutely love. So in terms of some low-hanging fruit stuff, we're also going to be striving for Darth Revan, and in turn getting Jedi Knight Revan. Luckily, those two things, they don't require an absurd amount of gear to get into in terms of gear 13, high relics and whatnot. Purple gear, gear 12 is usually more than enough to get those particular legendaries. And since they just recently added Greef Kargan IG-11 here, the farm for Beskar Mando just got a lot more efficient, and of course, we're going to need to get Beskar Mando in order to get the Executor, and luckily, Beskar Mando is really easy to get at low gear. So that's kind of where we're at. Starkiller in the immediate future, and then we're going to have the Executor as the big thing we're going to be working for a while that requires relics, but as we're working towards those relic things, we're going to be able to get, for example, Beskar Mando, as well as Darth Revan, and hopefully Malik. And that's kind of what we're looking at here. So we're going to take a little break from the true Galactic Legends and work towards those basically Galactic Legends like Starkiller and the Executor. And I'm hoping by then, after we get the Executor, we'll finally have a 7-star Wat Tambor, and we're also going to have the Negotiator dialed in here as well. We've already just unlocked him about a week or so ago. So that's what we're looking at, and maybe a Master Kenobi, maybe towards the end of 2023. But again, y'all, the goal of Galaxy Heroes as long as you're okay with not being in the top of the game, coming in as a new player, the game to have the best experience possible, even though there's some dumb things going on right now with the game, play for free, pick the journey you want to embark on, and enjoy those moments that you hit. And it's going to feel even better because you didn't have to spend a single dollar to get some of the top brass talent inside of Galaxy Heroes. But with that said, why don't we go ahead and show you how to get tiers 1, 2, and 3 knocked out and not drop any tickets. Let's go and do it, my friends. So good news, in case you missed my videos, they finally fixed Sidious, Darth Sidious, after many years of there being a bug. Wow, isn't that funny how it takes them so long to fix things that make your life easier? Tier 1 got incredibly easy. You do not need the Zeta on Darth Sidious anymore. Honestly, I don't even know if I have mods on. Do I even have mods on Sidious anymore here? Yeah, we don't even have good mods on him. I want to see if maybe I can do this without having to put even mods on the guy. And we don't have the Zeta. Beforehand, you kind of needed the Zeta, it felt like. I mean, you could maybe make it work, but they finally fixed him. Long story short, he now finally ignores defense, whereas before he didn't. So it took him at least 2 years, possibly even more, to finally fix Darth Sidious. Let me see if I can just do this without even good mods on. Obviously, you want to put some mods on him, but you shouldn't need to worry all that much about it. So here we go. Just want to do a quick update. You've seen me do this event in the past. Let's go ahead and update it and just show you how it works now with this fixed basic ability. So we got the exposes on, and all we're going to do now is once we get a turner, obviously if we had better mods, we would be taking a lot more turns here. As you see here, if we had a debuffed enemy, we're guaranteed to ignore defense. So that wasn't working before. Now, obviously, we're taking kind of a bigger hit because we don't have mods on the guy here. But I'm just trying to see if I can maybe demonstrate in a second. Let's see the basic here. Yeah, obviously, they would be dead by now. So you definitely want to have mods on. Don't be cocky. Don't say, hey, I did it without any mods on. You're already going in without Zetas now. Be happy about that. Get in there and make sure you at least put mods on them. Let me put mods on the guy and re-demonstrate again. Just put your best mods on, and then you can put them back on later on. Speed, offense primary, and I put a potency set on because you want to make sure we're landing debuffs on the enemy team, because now since they fixed it, he's finally got the ignore defense part of the clause activated. Before it wasn't working, so he's going to hit a lot harder than usual. So taking a look at the stats, 361 speed. Again, I put some of my best mods on. The point being is you're looking at potency, you're looking at speed. The damage isn't really all that important because he's going to take advantage of all the extra bonuses he has in his basic. So let's go show you how it works. Again, you don't need anything crazy for this tier, but you know, you don't want to mess around still, especially if you're not going to throw a Zeta on. So we're going to start this party off. All right, so what we're going to do in a moment is get a turn, and as you see here, we're going to be able to ignore defense since they have a debuff, and we're going to hit a lot harder, whereas before that was not quite the case. Let's go do a basic over here. Okay, and they're going to do a couple more hits. Just keep going. I wish we had a little bit more debuffs on them, so maybe potency might be a better way to go so you don't get resisted. If you get resisted, it gets a little bit trickier here. All right, and almost there. Let's see if we can finish it. There we go. I definitely would try to make sure you put as much potency on as possible. Probably, you know, even the mod, those are the mods I use to beat tier 1. Potency is probably going to be a lot more important because you just want those debuffs to apply, and then Darts can use his basic to do extreme amounts of damage on them. Overall, didn't drop anything. Those are the mods I use, but I think just going for all potency sets is probably going to be the better way to go to make sure you get through it without having to waste any Zetas, because you want to save them for the big guy himself. Tier 2. This is incredibly easy. I heard some people lost. I can't imagine how. This should be quite simple. There's not much to it, maybe unless you get dodged a lot. Offense, primary, crit damage, triangle. I even put an offense on the arrow right there. Physical damage, 8,000. Nothing too much to brag about on the speed. This is by far the easiest of tiers 1, 2, and 3, but let's just roll it just so you guys know what you're getting into here. And let's see if we could do. All right, so Window's gonna go first. We're gonna do offense up first. Anakin's gonna show us his fancy little polygons. Wow, Anakin, my, how you've grown. And then you just pretty much do basic 2 times, and I find it hard to believe people lost this tier. You just shouldn't have a hard time with this one. The tier that's gonna be the most difficult, and people saw me live drop a battle on this, and this was absolutely painful. It's one of the worst feelings in this game of, unfortunately, dropping a battle, losing the tickets, having to spend all the energy again. But I have an idea. Why don't I just let you guys relive the final battle of tier 3 alongside me and the Kyber Club? Darth Vader, you don't need anything too special. Very simple strategy. Here are the mods that I used on him. Again, you don't need to worry too much. You're basically just gonna use ability block on Generate Luke the whole entire time. These are the mods we're working with. The most important part of tier 3 here is gonna be Emperor Palpatine. This is where you're gonna need to make sure you put your best foot forward, and I already got a mod missing here, so let's just go ahead and put this mod back on. You wanna make sure that potency is as high as possible, because all you need to do is you need to get that shock to apply on Jedi Knight Luke, and Jedi Knight Luke will take care of the rest at the end of the day here. And luckily you got increased potency as well on the basics. So in total we're rocking, let's see, that's over 140 some percent here. Get that potency up, and then secondarily work on the protection. You should have no problem whatsoever. And I'm gonna let me and the Kyber Club show you how we party and the excitement we had unlocking Sith Eternal for free the second time around. Enjoy it, and always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today. Let's make it happen. Ooh, don't you dare fail on me. Don't you dare fail on me. Okay, let's see what we got. Strike me down with all your hatred. When your journey towards the dark side will be completed. Okay, starting off with the Merciless Massacre, just because through the Force Grudge and then just constant basics ability blocks. Luke can't resist those. Keep doing basics every time Luke is taking a turn. He's losing. He's losing some of his health pool. Good. Good. This is the cakewalk part. That's the easy part. Vader, for some reason, looks like he's having a rough day, even though that was a cakewalk. Now, young Skywalker, you will die. Okay. Okay. So the whole strategy here is we need to get the shock to apply. And with Crackling Doom, at the start of each enemy turn, they're going to take 20% of their max health damage if they are shocked, Jedi, or Rebel. So they're going to get 40% max health damage. But if I can't land the shock, we're done. So offense, I need to get the shock on. Luke dispels it. He's still going to do, no, just shock. Let's do it. There it is. All right, now I will, no, I'll just do this. Just keep doing basics. Very okay. Keep doing base. Oh, gosh. I don't want to accidentally remove it. Hold on. I'm just going to do this. Let's do this right now. Okay. All right. I am just going to do this right now. Let's not hit him. Not hit him. There we go. It's looking good, guys. It's looking good. Just do another basic. Patience. Loving it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it too.
Feel the power, baby.